Hey guys, welcome back to MD Cubing. I'm your host, MD Cuber. Today, I have a really exciting video for you guys. It's the unboxing, review, and comparison of the MOU WRM version 11 8-magnet ball core. So without further ado, let's begin.
So here's a cube. Without further ado, let's get it open. Cubicle.com business card. WRM version 11, 8-magnet ball core. The MOU individual, some QR codes for the app, the official website, and WeChat. Now, let's get into the cube. Some accessories, a tutorial pamphlet for how to solve a 3x3. I hope you can read Chinese. I don't know who this is, but I'm guessing he's a speedkeeper, Team MOU. How the adjustment system works, which I already have, so I know how it works. An adjustment tool, and that's the accessories. We're gonna keep this tool because it's useful for adjusting tensions later on. But yeah, let's get the box open. I saw some people struggling with this, with the V9 or V10 and V9 boxes, but they simplified the design. It's not like the other ones, or the clear boxes. So that should be a little bit easier to show you how to open. I think if you just pinch right here, hopefully I'm not lagging. Yep, came right out. And here is the WRM V11. Let's put the box to the side. And first turn. Whoa, that is fast. Huh. It feels like a V10 and a Super, like put together, like a more polished V10, like not to the quality of a Super, but definitely close. I really like this feeling. I wonder how it feels set up. Unfortunately, I can't differentiate these two sides, so I'm not gonna do a solve. So I'll come back, I'll set this cube up, and I'll just give you my thoughts, and I'll do a comparison. Handy colorblind stickers from the Cubicle. Weight 5, Stealth, and some new MOU lube that I just got from the Cubicle. Can't forget the syringe for dispensing. I ran out of mint stickers, so cream stickers will have to do for now. This is a cool internal mechanism. The edges are also neat. Honestly, I think it's at a good speed right now that I don't need to use the Stealth. Let's tension it. Right now it's a 3-3. I'm gonna put it to 2-4, or tension 2, compression 4, only because that's what I have in my Super, and this feels a lot like a Super. Nice, for a hand scramble. Overall, I really think this cube feels really good. After setting the tensions, it feels really, really nice. Now let's do a comparison to modern 3x3s that MOU sells. These are the 5 cubes that I'm choosing to compare to the WRM version 11. We have the version 9, the version 10, 2 modified version 10s, and the Super version 2. I'm just gonna run through them quickly and explain whether I think the version 11 is an upgrade, and if you should switch to it or buy it if you don't have it already. The version 9 is a really good puzzle. It continues to be one of my mains, but this is more expensive than this. This is $42, and this I think is $48. I think the WRM version 11 is a definite upgrade if you like cubes that are lighter, smoother, and you can cube on for long periods of time. And I think you should definitely get this over the version 9. I think the version 9 is feeling its age, and it's not worth it anymore. The WRM version 10, I think, is not as good as the WRM version 11. I think the WRM version 11 is a definite upgrade. It's a lot smoother, and I think the plastic just feels a lot nicer. I think you should definitely opt for this over this because of the price is just a little bit more, but this cube is so much better. I think it's worth it, and because I think this cube just has a lot better features, and I think it's a better built cube. The Ferro-core is still a very solid option to buy as a puzzle. I think it's a really nice puzzle, and I still main it and still use it a lot. I think it really comes up to preference of how much you want to spend. This is $2 cheaper than the WRM version 11, at least the 8 magnet ball core. I think this cube is really good. However, I think that I'm starting to like this cube only because it's more light. I think it just depends on how you turn and if you like a weighty cube or if you like something that's light and airy. I think I prefer this feeling only because I can cube on it for long periods of time. I think this is an acquired taste, but it's still a really good cube. I think I just recommend the WRM version 11 depending on how much money you have. This is a little bit cheaper and it has more options, but this cube just feels a lot nicer and it feels like a super version 2. The Pi Cube Shop version feels a lot like this, but I think the WRM version 11 is just better than this cube in a lot of different ways. I think this cube requires a lot of setup to be good. The Super version 2 compared to the WRM version 11 I think is the best comparison to make. I think this cube feels a lot like the WRM version 11. However, I think this cube is not worth it if you don't have it already. I think you should buy a WRM version 11 8 magnet ball core because these cubes virtually feel the same. They weigh very similar, and I think this cube is just better in every single way because it's so much cheaper. With this cube, you do get more customization features. Depending on which version you buy, you may have the maglev and the spring or just the spring, but you also have adjustable magnets. I think this cube is a more weighty, well-rounded product. However, I think this cube being so much cheaper and feeling so similar, I think is a great upgrade. And comparatively, I think you should get it. I think it's a great puzzle. And in comparison to all the other cubes I showed, I think it's really worth it. I've had it for a couple days, and I think during that time I've had to experiment with it, and I really enjoyed it. This segment is recorded separately from the other past segments, but I think this cube is really, really good, and I really like it. In total, I think you should get the WRM version 11. I think it's a lot better than most of the other MoYu cubes out there. And I think for the price, I think it definitely makes it a worthwhile cube. I really like the way this cube feels. Doing algorithms on it is really nice. I can cube on it for long periods of time without getting tired. And like I said, I think that price is in a really good position where it's worthwhile for a lot of cubers to get. If you already have a Super version 2, I think stick with that cube. I think if you have a Ferro-core, you should stick with it. But if you're coming from like say a version 10 or version 9, or like a Super version 1, I think this cube is a great upgrade. I think it feels really, really nice. I think the price is worthwhile, and if you buy it from the Cubicle, I think you'll get a really good deal. I think the Cubicle is one of the best companies, and that's why I bought it from them. I really like them, and not to say anything, but hit me up with that sponsorship. But anyway, that was a joke, kind of. But yeah, I think this cube is really, really good, and if you're gonna get it anywhere, I'd say get it from the Cubicle because they're really consistent, and this came here really fast. Have an excellent day.